For centuries, we believed Saturn was peaceful, a jewel, the jewel of the solar system, a golden giant with a halo of light, floating silently in the dark. From Earth, it looks calm, elegant, perfect. But beauty can be the ultimate trap. Because Saturn is not peaceful. It is a violent colossus, a ball of hydrogen and helium spinning so fast that it flattens itself into the shape of a pumpkin. A world of impossible storms, of hexagon-shaped nightmares, and a gravity so cruel it rips entire moons apart to decorate itself. Welcome to Planetborough, where we explore the most spectacular worlds in the universe. And today, we journey to the Lord of Chaos, Saturn. Let's start with the crown, Saturn's rings. From Earth, they look like solid bands of pure gold, smooth, perfect, eternal. But if you were to fly inside them, you would find yourself in a grinder. These rings are not solid. They are a chaotic blizzard of ice and rock, fragments ranging from the size of a grain of sand to the size of a mountain, all orbiting the planet at thousands of kilometers per hour, constantly colliding, shattering, reforming. Imagine a storm of razor-sharp ice shrapnel stretching nearly 300,000 kilometers wide, yet astonishingly thin. In some places, the rings are only 10 meters thick, a cosmic blade slicing through the darkness. But where did this violence come from? A murder. The prevailing theory is a tragedy. Long ago, a moon, perhaps as large as Titan, wandered too close to Saturn. It crossed the Roche limit, the point of no return. Saturn's gravity grabbed the moon and tore it apart. The crust ripped from the core, a living world shredded into trillions of icy fragments. The beautiful rings we admire today are not jewelry. They are the scattered guts of a dead moon. We are staring at a planetary graveyard. But the strangeness of Saturn goes deeper than its rings. Look at the North Pole. Nature does not make straight lines. Fluid dynamics should produce circles or spirals. Yet here, spinning endlessly, is perfect geometry, a hexagon. This is not a symbol, it is a hurricane, a six-sided storm large enough to swallow 4 Earths. The walls of this storm plunge hundreds of kilometers into Saturn's atmosphere. At its center lies a massive vortex, a red spinning maw that looks like a rose made of hurricanes. It has been raging for decades, perhaps centuries, a geometric scar that never heals, staring unblinkingly into the void like a giant eye. And sometimes, Saturn gets angry. Every 30 Earth years, roughly 1 Saturnian year, a monster wakes up. We call it the Great White Spot, a storm system so enormous it wraps around the entire planet. Imagine a thunderstorm that covers all of Earth, flashing with lightning 10,000 times stronger than anything on our world. It dredges up white ammonia clouds from deep within the planet, turning the golden world into a ghost. A reminder that beneath those calm yellow bands lies a chaotic engine of heat and violence, waiting to erupt. Saturn rules an empire of more than 140 moons. But one of them is an imposter. Titan, the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. In fact, the air pressure there is higher than on Earth. If you stood on Titan, you would see rivers, lakes, rain clouds. At first glance, it looks like home. But do not be fooled. Titan is a toxic mirror of Earth. The rain is not water. It is liquid methane and ethane, natural gas falling slowly from orange skies. The temperature is minus 179 degrees Celsius. If you jumped into a lake on Titan, you would not simply freeze. You would shatter like glass. Even the sand is alien. Titan's massive dunes are made of hydrocarbons, essentially plastic grains, hundreds of meters high, shifting slowly in the alien wind. A world that mimics life, but is built from the ingredients of death. Further out lies a tiny white moon, Enceladus. For years, we believed it was nothing more than a frozen rock. Then we saw the tiger stripes, long fractures across its south pole. And from these wounds, the moon bleeds. Giant geysers of water vapor blast into space, hundreds of kilometers high. Saturn's gravity needs this tiny moon like dough, keeping its interior warm. Beneath the frozen crust lies a global ocean. Liquid water, salt, organic molecules. In the deep darkness of Enceladus, something might be swimming. We came to Saturn searching for gas giants. We may have discovered an ocean world. To learn these secrets, we sent a messenger, the Cassini spacecraft. For 13 years, it explored Saturn and its moons. But eventually, Cassini was running out of fuel, and there was a risk. If the spacecraft crashed into a moon like Enceladus, it could contaminate a potentially habitable world. So NASA made a decision. They ordered Cassini to die. In 2017, the spacecraft plunged into Saturn's atmosphere. Its final act was defiance, keeping its antenna pointed at Earth, transmitting data until the very last second. Then Saturn consumed it. Heat, pressure, silence. Our messenger melted into the planet it had studied. Saturn feels eternal, but it is not. Even the rings are dying. Gravity is slowly pulling them downward as ring rain, ice particles falling into the planet. In about 100 million years, a blink in cosmic time, the rings will vanish. Saturn will become just another gas giant drifting through the darkness. So look at it while you can. A temporary masterpiece, a planet built from gravity and violence. Saturn may be the most beautiful world in the sky. But remember, in the universe, beauty can be deadly. This is David Planetborough. Like and subscribe if you want to join me on my journey through the cosmos.